proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate.
Coach, it is clear, but it is cold here today as EA Sports takes us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Kansas City Chiefs. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Mahomes now on first down. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that. First drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 15. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
They'll run on third down with Ball. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First down, Kansas City.
Yellow, yellow. 480. Screen. Watch the screen. 0-15.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Me, I got motion man. Me, I got this. Yellow. 31 my side.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
On the set. 51. Hey, orbit.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. With James White, you know that he can catch the football. He was 3rd in the NFL amongst running backs last year with 87 catches. And as we've seen, sometimes they come in bunches. Super Bowl 51, he had 14 grabs, including the winning score. Last year in the divisional round versus the Chargers, 15 receptions for White. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, Delta.
Now back to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 12-yard line.
Yellow. Let's go, D. Yellow.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Hardman, the second-round pick out of Georgia, really showcased his speed at the combine, running a 4.3 340, and should help give Patrick Mahomes another versatile playmaker to work with at the receiver position. Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mahomes going to throw. And going deep for Hill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Mahomes now to throw. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. They find some open field here. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The extra point up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Looking deep downfield. They've got his man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long. And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it. They are, but with that last drive, that culminated touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out. And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to. Gonna give this time to the tailback. The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop. Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest. You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down? Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Coming for you, son. Watch 30. System, Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike, 36. Mike, 36.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. It's complete. He finds Falk here. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Here we go again.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Attack.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, 43, 15. Delta. 97's the mic. 97's the mic. 65.
Throwing now is Mahomes. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike 51. Rip left. Hey, exit. Mike.
He'll look to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Running right, here's Falk. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. KC last year on 4th down, 12 of 15, 3rd best in the league, and they're going again.
Undercut. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check 3. He's coming.
Here we go on 4th down. And a loose football. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Let's go.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Motion. Attack.
On 1st down, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the grab.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Mahomes to throw once more. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Butker able to put this one through. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to lay one up deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
We want it. Come to my world. 97's the mic. 97's the mic. Let's go, defense.
Now here's Mahomes. And he rifles one incomplete. Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll look to throw here on first down. That's complete right around the 8. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
He's checking crap.
They'll run it here. This is James White, and he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The kick by Bryant is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Mahomes. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. With his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes, and he goes down. It's a Patriots sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position.
Ready. 50. I don't think you can. 80 weapon. Check out read.
They'll try to get this offense going with Michelle. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. In for the score. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Here's Mahomes to throw. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Quick stone, travel. Oh, you got deep? 36.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Go. 51. Now.
2nd and 1. Looking outside, and he's got a man. That's done. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, seam 6. 51's the mic. Don't let him breathe.
2nd and 10. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes where those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. That's caught left side by Hardman. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards.
First down, Kansas City.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes complete. The tight end Kelsey. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old... He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A big play there. 81 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And going deep for Hill. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that we enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Bravo.
They'll look to throw here. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's got room. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Check, 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 check.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there as that one is going to blow up in their faces. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Tighten up, tighten up.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. The veteran Jason McCourty there to make sure that one didn't find its target. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line.
At the Chiefs' 42-yard line.
Set. 10-2 stop. Blue draw Corkers. Get it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long, he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 15 yards on the play, first down.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. It's complete. He finds Falk here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 38. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Touchdown, baby. I see you over there. Set, ready? 60 yards. Topper, topper. Fire.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive or no?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you...
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yes,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
the amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jason McCourty. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Hey, Mike, look at me. Zipper. Now.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. An explosive 38-yard pickup. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Back to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now back to throw. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Hey, let's go.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Let's go. 8, read. Not today, you are. Not today. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught inside the 15. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Patriots, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, 'cause